Hi everyone, my name is John Lalonde, Vice President of Research Technology and Development for Medtronic Neuromodulation. It is an exciting time for innovation around the world, and the vision for our organization is really to have a global footprint that puts us closer to the sources of innovation globally. From Eindhoven to Shanghai, we see that this organization now is on the cusp of truly exciting innovation for this business. Here are some examples of the great work and collaboration around the world that exemplifies this spirit and pursuit of a global research, technology, and development organization.
Late in 2013, the neuro business, along with other Medtronic businesses, were challenged by senior leadership of the company to develop new healthcare solutions for underserved patients around the world living with chronic diseases and conditions in low-resource settings. After quickly forming a small team, we looked at several disease states somewhat related to neuromodulation and ultimately settled on incontinence, largely due to the potential for innovation in this space. In parallel, the team considered narrowing on a number of different geographies. Our Latin American colleagues expressed significant interest in the project, and after several in-country exploratory visits, settled on Colombia as the starting point.
The purpose of the project is really to develop a healthcare solution or solutions for underserved patients in Colombia with incontinence. So the focus of our framework has been going out into the lives of those patients in Colombia and understanding what their needs are. So we've interviewed patients in their homes, we've interviewed frontline care physicians, physical therapists, specialty physicians, as well as people in the healthcare system to understand all of the needs around this space in Colombia.
We had a lot of excitement from our Colombian colleagues. We had support on the ground from Medtronic Colombia. We were introduced to a possible partner, Route to N, which is now a partner of ours. They serve as a think tank and they are a seat of innovation. They support social innovation, technology innovation, environmental innovation, healthcare innovation. It seems the whole city of Medellin is very much centered on improving the quality of life, improving life for their people.
So one of the findings from our research was that Colombians lack a low-cost therapy alternative, and that really is what this project is all about, is to develop therapies and solutions that match the economic environment that we're in.
We are also exploring Colombia, broader parts of Colombia, other metropolitan areas and rural areas to test our concepts and understand if there's synergies, if there's differences, and if we can be able to scale and also pilot in other areas. That's for Colombia. I think eventually the concept is that we'll be able to scale in other emerging markets.
The year's been really exciting for the team. It's a total white space. We're starting a business from scratch. We're doing something for the underserved, which feels really good to the team. And yes, it's been a really exciting year, and we don't know where this is headed, but we're going to do as much as we can to come up with great solutions.
The challenge is very exciting. I think the concept that it's very much white space. The people we've met and the relationships that we've created have been very meaningful. I think the work that we're doing down to the patient level and the patients that have invited us into their homes and shared these very personal stories, the concept of being able to impact their quality of life is very rewarding, and hopefully we'll be able to see this come to fruition.
We started to work on a new DBS system when we realized, when discussing with a lot of physicians around the world, that DBS can be a great benefit for patients, but there are a lot of problems. There are problems with the procedure and side effects that patients can suffer from. And we realized that we had technology in our hands that could make things really much better. And that was really the trigger to actually get the financing for the company and to get the things moving and to build the new system that we right now have in our hands. You know, for Sapience to become part, of course, of Medtronic was a very big step. This is a team of approximately 50 people that were doing everything on their own, let's say. And now we're part of a much bigger organization, and it brings a lot of benefit to us. We have access to more expertise and experience in the field, which is helping us a lot. More people to talk to and to share technical ideas and to get feedback on that to make the things better. But also, Medtronic is the market leader in this space. So once we have the technology ready, the commercialization to bring this into clinical trial, the speed with which we can bring the innovations to the market with Medtronic is really going to be accelerated. We know we can make the technology, and with Medtronic we know we will bring the technology to market, and there will be thousands of patients which are going to benefit from that, and that's really very rewarding. I'm particularly proud of the whole team that we have here in Eindhoven, that everybody has this attitude that even if we do not yet know the solution, if we believe in it as a team, we're going to find a solution, and I consider that really core strength of the company here. What we're building right now is really first of a kind product, right? This is the first time that we start combining these different types of technologies, microfabrication, thin film, with the new software interfaces that we have into a product. We're right now focusing on Parkinson's disease. I think that this same type of technology in the next generation, we will be able to make things even smaller. We will be able also to start targeting other tissues, for instance, for pain stimulation, spinal cord stimulation, or peripheral nerve stimulation. The really nice thing about the concepts that we have is that they are flexible, and the technology in a sense is not a limiting factor. So we can change shapes, we can build different interfaces for new kinds of applications everywhere in the body. With neuromodulation, we are just at the start. The brain and the nervous system controls all of our behaviors, and we are just beginning to develop the technology that can really interface with that and can help, you know, to overcome problems and to overcome diseases. And this is just the first step, and we have many, many more steps that we can take. I'm really a strong believer of that.
The Bakken Research Center is it's an institute for neuromodulation. They have a lot of expertise in the development of individual devices, but also the hardware and the software which is in the implantable devices. We have a strong, long-lasting relationship with many researchers around Europe. They have capabilities on their own, but specific expertise like implantable devices is something they are lacking. And this is where our research institute, the Bakken Research Center, for instance, comes in.
In my lab, we develop interventions to restore function, improve recovery after spinal cord injury. And we do this with two means. One is an electrochemical stimulation of the spinal cord, and then we use this intervention during rehabilitation. So we have a robot-assisted training enabled by this electrochemical stimulation of the spinal cord. And with this intervention, the neuronal connections start growing and we have a restoration.
The area of, let's say, loss of function, movement function in spinal cord injury is very new to Medtronic. So movement disorders like Parkinson's disease we are more familiar with. But the restoration of function, motor function, the control of muscles is very new. It took some time to develop, but overall we have been able to provide technology, and we're still fine-tuning and working with Professor Courtine to improve the technology and to make it more feasible and optimize it for the human research which he's planning to do currently.
So the future is, we have this next generation implanted pulse generator that can deliver stimulation at multiple locations is adjusted in real time. It's completely wireless. This will be implanted in people with spinal cord injury. And we have established a very advanced gait rehabilitation platform at the hospital where this individual will be trained a total of 6 months with the help of this electrical stimulation, with the hope that after this rehabilitation program they will regain better motor control capabilities than they have today.
Well, the interaction of technology in human, especially in restoration of function or restorative therapies, is a beautiful development. The whole body is wired with neural tissue, and everywhere in the body you can tap in and stimulate the nervous tissue. Currently there's a lot of developments in new areas where unmet medical needs can maybe supported with neuromodulation techniques.
It has been a surprise for me with Medtronic how rapid and straightforward it has been to exchange knowledge and expertise between our teams. And we work very efficiently, and I hope that this kind of collaboration can be promoted in the future even more.
As Medtronic RTG Group, we are having an approach and an offer that is absolutely unique in the medical environment we're working in. And in order to really demonstrate this offer to the customer, it is very important to have a place where we can actually do this in a very nice and undisturbed environment. And that's why we basically built this room.
Actually, we're really pushing for this surgical synergy concept, both internally and externally. And that's really a great tool to convey the message and make it real. So it really makes a difference if you speak about it or if people can really experience it inside the rooms.
So the Medtronic approach is unique in a sense that we are offering really a complete solution for the therapies we are in. We're not just offering part of it like the entire competition does. We are really offering the entire solution, meaning from, for example, imaging over the instrumentation, all to the computers and the calculations behind it.
The integration is really key. Bringing a solution that makes it possible to operate fast, safely, and in a, let's say, easy way, even if surgery will never be easy. But removing all these external parameters or risks from surgery, I think this is really something that will help us bring surgery and our therapies forward.
And when we set up visits, it's always that we now discuss first what we want to do, what the visit is all about, and we collaborate between the business units to really try to target best the client and to understand best how we can bring most of what we need to show to the customer in one simple visit.
And the feeling that this is real, and that's very different from showing that on a PowerPoint presentation. In DBS we're focused on therapy. STA is focused on some technologies that really are complementary to what we offer and really show ourselves as the real partner of choice for customers.
It's really a hot spot where collaboration between the different business units happen.